Let's talk about Cal Quantrill. The Cleveland right-hander has been on fire, compiling a 150 ERA and 190 batting average against in 48 second-half innings, which begs the question, is this for real? In order to understand Quantrill's surge since the beginning of July, we can look at a clear change in his pitch mix, opting to increase his four-seam usage at the expense of his sinker. While the rest of his arsenal remains relatively similar, we can see from Book's Baseball that Quantrill has seen a big jump in the whiff rate on his changeup. Much of that is because of the way the fastball and changeup play off of one another, which is shown in the spin direction graphic. The changeup and four-seam approach the hitter from a similar angle, with similar deviation, but have a 9-mile-per-hour difference. Another reason the four-seam may pair better with the changeup is because of location. Quantrill keeps the sinker primarily inside to righties, while he uses the four-seam up in the zone more. Considering he also keeps the changeup away from lefties, the four-seam and change allow him to attack different parts of the zone. As a result, Quantrill uses the changeup primarily to lefties, giving him a 4-pitch mix that includes a four-seam, slider, and sinker. To right-handed batters, Quantrill is primarily a sinker-slider pitcher who mixes in the four-seam. If we go back to the spin direction graphics, we can see that the sinker and slider pair well together because of the way they approach from similar trajectories but move in opposite directions, which you can see in action here. The slider is really the key to Quantrill's repertoire. As Alex Chamberlain's pitch leaderboard shows, it's his only pitch with a strong CSW and swinging strike rate, which is a bit of a concern. Much of its success could have to do with the way Quantrill changed the pitch. In 2020, he threw the pitch with more drop and less velocity. This year, he's throwing it harder and straighter, like a cutter. On the season, he has a 2.5% barrel rate on the pitch and is missing more bats than years past. However, my concern with Quantrill stems from the fact that I don't think he misses enough bats overall. Even in his amazing second-half run, his strikeout minus walk ratio is not particularly inspiring, and his increased use of the four-seam may prove costly. Since July, the four-seam has given up more hard contact than the sinker, with a worse deserved ERA, actually registering as Quantrill's worst pitch. In the end, Quantrill has a few solid pitches and good command of his arsenal, but not true swing and miss stuff. This gives him little wiggle room and makes him a more volatile fantasy option that will wind up settling in as a priority streamer rather than a consistent starting option.